I'm sorry, what? What the heck? What is happening?
What?
What am I missing here? I'm not sure if I'm just not, it's not clicking in my head, or if I'm not catching on, or if it's just Kingdom Hearts logic. What? What?
What is this?
That's what I'd like to know. What just happened? Why is it that like half of this game has been exposition dump and I still have no idea what's going on?
Are you okay?
Someone ask what that was?
What was that?
Thank you, Mickey! What? Didn't expect it to shoot up this long after just that 20 minutes, but then we got hit by 40 minutes of what? What? Hello, loves. Welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 3. This one's gonna be a little bit different. We need to clarify some things. First of all, I think we're close to the end, but I thought we'd been close to the end of the past few episodes, which is why we're just doing this now. Second, I had stated prior that I played Kingdom Hearts 1 when it first came out. Apparently, even though my copy was new, I didn't play it until like a year or two after it came out. It's important for two reasons. One, we'll get into. Two, I made a mistake in my call there. Wanted to clarify and be honest with you. How do I know? Well, our good friend Wikipedia. So, I played the original Kingdom Hearts in the 03 time frame, even though apparently it came out in 02. That was my mistake. I do apologize for that. Chain of Memories, I got the week it came out, and it provided a very unique gameplay style that I actually personally thoroughly enjoyed. I was very excited about it. I had been told that it was necessary before Kingdom Hearts 2. But the thing is, it wasn't. Again, we're going to delve into it a little bit further on. Kingdom Hearts 2, I special ordered, got the pre-order that came with a book which had Monosaurus forms on the cover. I no longer have it. It's a story for another time. The big thing about that is Kingdom Hearts 2 filled in some gaps for those who didn't play Chain of Memories. But also, spoiler alert, Sora had no memories of what happened in Chain of Memories. So we weren't placed at a loss. That's huge importance. You're rewarded for playing it, but it wasn't necessary. Then all of these other things came out before Kingdom Hearts 3. 2005, 2019. 14 bloody years. I mean, in the meantime, I did play the card game. Which, by the way, if you haven't played the card game, it's very unique. It's actually a lot of fun. Side note, do not play with Mr. Frog. I'm fairly certain he cheats, and he never lets you check the rulebook when you're playing. So, since I've gone into Kingdom Hearts 3 blind, I'm intentionally not reading the wiki, only using the pictures to further elaborate on my points. I thought that Kingdom Hearts 3 would stay true to that tradition. It's an unfair assumption of me, I'll grant. But with looking at this timeline, is Kingdom Hearts 1, Chain of Memories, 2, 3, all of this stuff woven throughout. Is all of that truly necessary for Kingdom Hearts 3? That couldn't possibly be. So I thought. Kingdom Hearts 2 ended with setting up a little bit of, hey look, someone else has a Keyblade. Kingdom Hearts 1 ended with, look, Mickey Mouse has the opposite Keyblade of you. Okay, that makes sense, there's two. Kingdom Hearts 2 says, hey, Riku has a Keyblade. Well, he had one, but it was a dark Keyblade, but so it makes a bit of sense. Okay, why does Kairi have a Keyblade? You know what? Kairi's heart was inside of Sora. Do a good chunk of one. Boom. She can have a Keyblade. Sure. Why not? You know what? I accept that, and it's actually kind of building up too, okay? We're actually going to have a small force of Keyblade users. A special little group. Why does everyone have a Keyblade? Everybody gets a Keyblade. You get a Keyblade. You get a Keyblade. Why do they even bother having a timeline when apparently time has no meaning? Everyone can travel through time. Time is absolutely pointless. The characters that I knew before, and these new characters that I've been introduced to, in a game that's half of it's been exposition versus my gameplay, I don't believe them. And what I mean by that is, I don't understand why they are fighting. We've had hints of motives from some, but of those few we've gotten hints from, a good chunk of it leans towards there's no reason for them to be fighting. The only one that has stood out to me as having a legitimate reason to fight has been Zigbar, because he wants a Keyblade and was promised one. Kingdom Hearts 3 does not stand on its own. Plot-wise, as a storyline, Kingdom Hearts 3 does not stand on its own. I do want to briefly touch a bit on the combat. I've gone around and danced around it a bit, and I've pointed out some aspects of it in the past, but just to focus on it right here. It has a very floaty, yet interesting combat style, and if not for the enemies, I genuinely think I would greatly enjoy playing it. The problem is that while you've got this good combat system for Sora, so many of the enemies have far too much health for balance, because it goes past the point of challenge to boredom. And then you run into bosses and enemies that will stun lock you from full health to dead if you don't have second chance equipped. And there's, from my understanding, absolutely nothing you can do about it. I could be wrong. I could be missing some aspects of the combat, but that's how it's been for me. So last thing I want to touch on is, as I said, I believe we're approaching the end of the game, so I want to delve a little bit into my thoughts on that, and one of my biggest issues. So, first, I'm still hoping there'll be something to wrap up with the Maleficent black box angle. And that's kind of a side thing. I'm just hoping that doesn't get ignored. Second, at this point in the game, I think this game's ending is going to disappoint me. I'm not going in with high hopes anymore. The two scenarios that just jump to mind about that would not disappoint me is one, Sora just gets fed up with everyone, loses his shit, and goes dark side. Not likely to happen. Number two, and this is extremely far-fetched, I doubt anyone would even think to put this in there, Jiminy Cricket is constantly with you all the time, knows everything going on, keeps the journal of all the stuff. Jiminy Cricket's an evil mastermind. Don't underestimate him. Those are the two endings that I could come up with that would not disappoint me. But anyways, my big issue is the stakes. What is at stake here? There aren't any. Time has no concept. Death is meaningless. Your body and heart both being destroyed simultaneously, and Charity just expresses, yeah, if somebody cares about you, even that doesn't matter, you can come back. It's not that this game is failing to establish what the stakes are. The issue is a little bit further back than that. The issue is, in order for there to be stakes, there has to be rules. Kingdom Hearts does not establish rules anymore. In Kingdom Hearts 3, everything I have seen has been defiance of what could possibly be an important rule. There are no stakes. Because there are no rules. That's it for now, loves. Apologies, I really just wanted to get this, we'll call it a rant, off my chest. I feel better. Until next time, loves. Y'all take care.